Hello everybody, Don't Go Shay here. Welcome to another episode of Don't Listen to Movie Reviews. How about we skip the prog and get right to the review? Released to Disney Channel on March 19th, 2004, the movie is... Going to the Mat. Jason J. Snewfield, played by Andrew Lawrence, is a blind boy, and his family has just moved from New York City, New York to Salt Lake City, Utah.
Hey,
Good morning.
would you mind putting that on the front porch? I'm not sure where I want it yet.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you take the drum set upstairs? You know, the bass drum?
Yes, ma'am.
There it is, home sweet home. What do you think?
Wow. That's nice. That's much better. So what are we talking about here? A 6-story castle? My own private club on the roof?
Close.
Video arcade in the dining room? Mermaids frolicking in the pool?
Oh. Carl Malone, shooting hoops with you?
He's not here anymore, Dad.
Or maybe not. But I did make sure they put your room up first. You want to play some ball?
You're on.
Let's go.
While playing basketball, he meets a boy named Vincent Shue, played by Cleo Thomas, who sees that Jace is blind, but he has good facial vision.
I can tell who people are when they move.
Like bat radar, huh?
Just one of my many superpowers. Want to shoot some hoops?
No, I'm not that much into sports. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Whatever.
Later, Jace goes to his new school where he bumps into a boy named John Lambrix, played by Billy Aaron Brown.
Hey, everybody. Check it out, a talking side of beef. What's your name, farm boy?
Ooh, it's one for John, one for the blind kid.
Yeah. Well, I'd punch his lights out, but it looks like
Somebody already has.
You know that one?
I haven't heard that one since like the 2nd grade. Come on, John boy. Park your cow and take a shot.
Come on, let it go.
Oh, where you going?
I gotta go look after the cows.
Ah, funny guy.
Jace then meets Mary Beth Rice, played by Alessandra Torresani, who tells him that John Lambrix is the captain of both the football team and the wrestling team.
You know, if you'd agreed to walk with me, we could have avoided this whole thing.
Maybe I just like doing things the hard way.
Please, all guys do. I know. I have 3 brothers. So are you Jason Newfield?
Jace, how'd you guess?
I'm Mary Beth Rice. I'm gonna be one of your readers.
Why? Because it looks good in your college application?
No, I'm totally doing it for the cash. Catch you later.
Later in Mr. Wyatt's music class, Jace plays drums and Mr. Mason Wyatt, played by Wayne Brady, is very impressed by his solo.
I had no idea that Bach had written the drum solo. Class, did you? I didn't know that. But then again, I don't have your vast musical knowledge.
I was just, a little...
No, I know. You weren't trying to show off. You were trying to improve Johann Sebastian Bach. You know what's amazing is you are the first person to be that brilliant in over 300 years. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Mr. Jace Newfield. Yes.
Look, Mr. Wyatt, it's not that big a deal.
Mr. Newfield, please do not come into my class and assume that you are better than anybody else.
I'm not assuming anything.
Good. Because if you want special treatment, then you go to a special school. In my class, everyone is regarded as an equal. Cool?
Sorry, all right? Forget it. You wouldn't understand.
My guess is I'd understand better than anybody. Okay.
In case nobody told you, he's just like you.
Whoa. Talk about the blind leading the blind.
After class, Jason Vince bump into John Lambrix and Luke Nolan, the latter played by TJ Lowther, and they call Vince Fly.
You really shouldn't mess with those guys.
You're messing with me. So, Fly, huh? Let's deal with that.
Well, that's what everybody calls him.
You're not exactly a big dude, are you?
I will be. I'm just behind 5 to 10 years. So you walking home?
Now my mom's driving me. She's afraid I might end up in Colorado.
At home, Jason Vince shoot some hoops.
So what does a guy have to do in this joint to be accepted?
Basically, be a jock.
Great.
Everyone thinks like the Letterman jacket's like king of the world or something.
It's not gonna help me much.
Man, what are you talking about? You're 10 times the basketball player I am, and you can't even see what you're doing. I shouldn't have said that.
I've heard worse. Think fast. Wait. I'm confused. I thought I was the blind guy.
Ha ha, very funny. Chuckles.
Go on.
The next day at basketball practice, Jace meets Captain Phil Rice, played by D.B. Sweeney.
You might want to use this time to go do some homework or something.
No, I can do this. I used to play basketball all the time at home.
Not to be rude, but how?
With the bounce pass only rule. And we get a beeping backboard so I can tell where the hoop is.
Well, I'm certainly going to look into getting one of those, but for today, you'll have to sit out. The bleachers are over here. Beep, beep.
Thank you.
Here we go, fellas. Good, crisp passes.
All right, let's go. Nice.
That's it.
Good job, Johnny.
Good job. Good job. Shoot like a ute. That's it.
Later in Spanish class, John and Luke mess with Jace's tape recorder, and then the fire alarm bell goes off.
Attention, students and faculty. This is a fire drill. All students and faculty must evacuate the premises at once. Make your way to the nearest exit. Attention, students and faculty. This is a fire drill. All students and faculty must evacuate the premises at once. Please stop what you are doing and make your way to the nearest exit.
Hey! Hey! Somebody help me!
Don't keep staring.
That night at home, Jace plays his drum solo on his own drum set, which his parents hear from downstairs. The next day at school, John and Luke walk past Jace, who says he would like a chance to take John down. So Mary Beth suggests that he should join the wrestling team.
Can he do that?
Please, don't encourage her.
Why not? You could go out for a wrestling team. My dad's the coach. He and I went to the regionals last year and saw this blind kid from Denver who won his weight division.
Aren't you looking at me?
That night, while listening to how wrestling is done, Jace calls Mary Beth and says that he'll do it. The next day, Jace and Vince talk to Coach Rice about joining the team.
We are very keen.
Keen? Huh. Well, have you ever wrestled?
A little with my dad.
Well, starting from scratch, I mean, it'd take an incredible amount of hard work.
Great. I love hard work.
Fly?
Yeah, what he said.
Jace, do you mind me asking why you even think you'd want to try this?
Just looking for a way to compete around here, Coach.
All right.
So Coach gives them some videos of last year's matches and wants them to watch them.
Fly, why don't you describe the moves to Jace, the major action, and you guys come back and see me next week. If you're still interested, we'll work something out. Questions?
Approximately, what are the odds of me getting smushed?
Ah, thanks, Coach. Bye. Oh, funny guy. See you next week.
Later, Jace talks to his parents, Tom and Patty, played by Brian Wimmer and Brenda Strong respectively, about this, but Patty's not sure.
Tom, don't just sit there. Help me.
I think he should do it. Well, haven't we always told him he could do it? Whatever he puts his mind to, right? So why should this wrestling be any different?
Because it sounds dangerous.
Mom, my whole life is dangerous. Just walking out the front door is dangerous. Doesn't mean I should sit in my room and hide.
The next day, their training begins.
Okay, shot drill on my whistle.
Hey, Luke, $25 is the gift from the wimp. Don't last 2 weeks.
You're on. Chest over knees. Watch yourself there, Jace. Bottom sit. Top chop. Tuck your elbow. Hip heist. Top man, follow his hips. That's it.
Ah! Dude, what was that?
Oh, man. You okay?
No, you headbutted me in my nose. You probably broke it.
Take it easy. Settle down.
Hey, good call, Coach. Bringing some guy in here who can't even see what he's doing. Thanks a lot.
That's enough, Mike. Just get some ice.
Don't worry about it, Jace. Accidents happen.
Especially when you hire the handicapped.
Later, Mary Beth asks Jace how wrestling's going, and he says that Luke's tackling him like a dummy.
Steph,
Thank you. Our first scrimmage is on Monday.
the Wasatch Cowboys, I know.
The Wasatch what's-its?
Cowboys.
Cowboys. How perfect is that? Does their gym have a hitching post out front? What? Do the uniforms come with 10-gallon hats?
Hey, careful. That is sounding an awful lot like the sarcastic Jace that you promised to stifle.
Sorry. Just don't know why everyone's acting like it's such a big deal.
Ancient rivalry. Plus, their star T-Rex Turner has been Lambert's archenemy since forever. I mean, he's the defending state champ. The only one that John has ever beaten.
Wow. My palms are sweaty already.
Later at the preseason scrimmage between the Huskies and the Cowboys, Coach has John sit it out.
What? Why?
Because I'm not having you dive into some personal grudge match and maybe get hurt before the season even starts.
I'm not gonna get hurt. I'm gonna kick his butt.
John, listen to me. You're a senior. This is your last chance at a state title. Now you're on the bench. I'm putting Luke in your spot, and that's the end of it. Now go sit down and set an example for the younger guys.
Coach benched me. What?
So Luke takes John's place and he breaks his collarbone. Afterwards, Mary Beth tells Jace that Luke will be out for 2 months.
You know what this means, Jace? He's giving the 145 slot to you.
Why would he do that?
Because he says you've worked harder than anybody. You've earned it. Besides, you're the only one who's got who fits a weight class.
First match is tomorrow.
Later during the season opener between the Huskies and the Grizzlies, Jace wrestles.
This is pathetic. He's gonna hurt us.
Later, Jace hears Mr. White listening to music and tells him that he joined the wrestling team.
I'm getting hammered. Besides, a bunch of the guys really resent me for being there.
Why'd you join up in the first place?
I wanted to be part of one thing, but my disability was totally irrelevant.
And your music doesn't give you that.
Yeah, if I want to be a walking cliche, me, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, Jose Feliciano.
Me?
Sorry.
No, don't apologize, man. I'm happy with who I am. Are you?
Doesn't it ever tick you off that when people look at you, the only thing they see is a blind guy?
What? I'm blind? How am I gonna get home? Man, of course, I'm a blind guy. So are you. So what?
Thanks for your advice.
Later, John finds Jace working out even though it's after hours.
Hold on, let me grab that for you. No, thanks, John. I got it. You know, even if I don't score us 1 point this season, I don't want anyone to be able to say I didn't work my butt off.
Mary Beth then comes in and gives Jace some advice.
After listening to my dad and my brothers for a million years, it seems to me that maybe the reason why you haven't won a match yet is because your balance is off. I mean, wrestling, it's like dancing. Every move should flow from your body's center. I mean, learn that natural rhythm and you'll be fine.
Great. How do I do that?
Well, first off, you can hire me to be your dance coach.
Later, Mary Beth arrives at the Newfields' house and gives Jace a big stuffed dog to help him wrestle. Then up in his room, she has him dance to keep his balance.
Put your hands on my waist. I promise I've had all my shots.
So have I.
This isn't ballroom dancing, it's wrestling. Okay, contact position.
Okay, we're gonna move right and left. Just go with the flow, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4.
All
Back.
right.
1, 2,
This is working.
3, 4.
This
1,
is working.
2, 3, 4, and a spin.
Hey, this is not working. There's no spinning in wrestling.
I know, I just thought it was pretty funny.
Later during the next match, Jace wins.
Is it over? Did he win?
No idea. Just cheering anyways. Go Jays!
Shake hand. Green. Victory green.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Mason, what do you want? Oh, man.
No sweat.
That's what I'm talking about.
Afterwards, a man named Mr. Pavone meets Jace and makes him an offer.
I'm interested in doing a
Come on,
story
freestyle,
on you
man.
for the Sunday sports section. You got a minute?
I liked it. Well, my folks are kind of waiting for me upstairs.
We can certainly schedule it for another time.
Thanks. You know, I'm really flattered and everything, but there's a bunch of guys on the team doing much better than I am. Why would you want to interview them?
Humble too. That's good. That's good. Yeah, they're great. But listen, with you, it's different. With you, there's more of a
Freaks and geeks angle?
That's not it at all. It's a wonderful human interest story.
Mr. Pavone, can we make a deal? How about waiting till I win a few more matches? You know, really doing something for the team. Then we'll talk, okay?
Fair enough. Good job, kid.
Thanks.
Later, after Spanish class, the teacher, Mr. Kamen, talks to John.
Bit of a problem, John. If you're not able to manage at least a B on the upcoming midterm, you're gonna have a D in this class. That means you lose your athletic eligibility.
But Mr. Cammons, you can't do that to me. We're right in the middle of the season.
I'm not doing anything to you, John. Those are the rules, okay? It just means you have to work a little harder over the next few weeks.
Well, I can't. I don't get this stuff. It's like...
It's like a foreign language to you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should just find somebody to tutor you. Buena suerte.
So Jay says he'll help him.
You do that? After the hard time we've been giving you?
Yeah, well, maybe I realized I haven't been the easiest guy to be around.
Okay. Thanks. You help me with my Spanish. I'll help you amp up your weight training. Deal?
Deal.
Soon enough, Jace starts teaching John Spanish, and John starts teaching Jace how to win wrestling.
Muy bueno. Excellent. Excelente.
No. I'm saying excellent because you knew very good.
What?
Agua.
Huh?
I need water. Thank you. Okay, how do you say handshake in Spanish?
Oh, it's manos. Manos. What the heck is it?
Pretan de manos. Just think, to operate. You know, the surgeon shakes your hand before he operates on you.
Pretan de manos. Pretan de manos.
Yeah.
That's tight. Who is it?
It's me.
For real?
Yeah, it's a fight song. I'm still working on it.
You should keep working on it. It's good.
Later, Mr. Wyatt meets Jace in the music room, and they play music together. Later, during the regular season 10th match between the Huskies and the Eagles, Jace wins again. Later, Luke thinks he's healed enough to go back to wrestling, but Coach wants him to take a few more weeks. Luke's now pissed at Jace for taking his spot.
Hey, I earned that spot after you got hurt, Nolan. Now Coach is happy with what I'm doing. So deal with it.
What was that all about?
Jerk actually thinks he's on the team because he's good, not because he's Coach's charity case.
Well, he has been winning lately.
You're gonna defend him now?
Dude, I don't need to defend him. He can defend himself.
Later, Jace tells Coach about this and wants to have a wrestle-off between him and Luke.
Winner owns a 145 slot.
I've already told Luke that he's not ready to come back yet.
Yeah, well, he thinks he is. He also thinks that's the only reason you're not giving him a chance is because you like keeping me around here for the freak factor.
All right, you listen to me. You listen good. I've been coaching for 15 years, and I have never once made a call that was not in the best interest of my team. You want to think of yourself as some kind of freak, you go right ahead. What I see is a kid who's worked his tail off and earned his slot. Now get your gear on, Jace.
Later, while shooting hoops outside his house, Jace hears Vince pass by and wants to talk to him.
If you really want to avoid me, you gotta quit wearing that stanky deodorant.
Man, you and your supersonic senses.
Ow!
Hey, man, are you all right? You okay?
Are you? Please tell me what's going on.
I'm sick of being a loser, okay?
So you're ticked at me for winning?
Yeah. At least when you suckered me into this, we were both equally pathetic. But now, I can't even quit. Everybody will really think I'm a win.
Jace is then called to by some guys asking him to go to a party with them. But he doesn't go and teaches Vince how to dance instead.
Step, all right? Back, okay? Hip toss.
Dude. Hip toss?
Hip toss. You got it? You feeling the flow?
Nah, man. Actually, no offense, but I'd rather be dancing with Mary Beth.
Come on, one more time.
No. Since, you taught me one, now I'm gonna teach you one, all right? So watch this. It's like...
Fly.
Oh.
Fly. I'm the blind guy.
Oh.
Yeah. Good one, though.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to teach you that one.
Yeah, you have to teach me one more time. By the way, in real life, so you go like this.
Oh!
Later, John gets weighed, but he needs to lose 6 pounds by Friday to wrestle, and Jace later tells Mary Beth about it.
Pressure's on, huh?
Meanwhile, John's exercising non-stop, trying to lose those 6 pounds. The next day, Luke reads a newspaper to Jace.
Speaking of his visually impaired spark plug, Jace Newfield, Coach Rice said, the great thing about Jace is, whether we're winning or losing, I know he's a real inspiration to every kid who sees him out there. That's funny. He tells us he's only doing what's best for the team, but he tells the paper that he's keeping you around to be his poster boy.
Jace then tells Coach that if he doesn't let him wrestle off against Luke, he's quitting.
Is that a threat?
Oh. Look, what's the point of holding on to my position if I can't prove once and for all I am the best guy for that slot?
So they have the wrestle off and Jace wins, but pops his shoulder out. So Coach pops it back in.
Nice. Nice and good.
All right, let's go.
Later, they head to the final match between the Huskies and the Cowboys. John gets weighed and he's lost enough weight. The team then heads out, but John's wiped out and tells Jace that wrestling is who he is.
It's all I've got. Unlike you, I don't do music, all right? I stink in school. I mean, you take away wrestling, I don't even know who I am. I mean, how sad is that?
During the match, Jace wins against one of the Cowboys, and then John wrestles.
There's the tie-up. And a single leg attempt.
John's eye rolled out, man.
What's going on now?
John got far with sink down, man.
John loses, and the scores are now tied. So Vince is the last Husky to wrestle against the last Cowboy.
They're small, but they're strong, very wiry, And Shu picks up his opponent and drives him off the mat.
He scores the win for the Huskies.
A surprise win for Vincent the Fly Shu. Oh, a big disappointment for the Cowboy fans. But they'll be looking forward to next week when they'll meet again in the regionals.
Later, Coach talks to the team and tells John that his sacrifice to get down to 52 not working. So he puts him back at 160.
No, Coach, you do that, I don't get my rematch with T-Rex.
You were half dead out there. You're lucky you didn't get hurt.
So what? I'll sleep more, I'll power down protein drinks and vitamins.
No, I've made my decision. Dieting like that is dangerous for a guy of your frame. You're going back to 160, okay?
No, it's not okay.
That night at home, Jace tells his parents that he'll be snapped like a twig by T-Rex.
You could always forfeit.
Yeah, right. And then never show my face at school again.
On the other hand, you know, if you truly feel like you're not up to it, your mom's right. You don't have to do it. I mean, we're not going to think any less of you, that's for sure. Look, not to take the easy way out, but just listen to your heart.
The next day at school, Jace talks to Mr. Wyatt.
You know what I hate? When people talk how brave and courageous I am for doing things that sighted people do every day.
Like wrestling?
Yeah. You know, bravery had nothing to do with it. And now they all expect me to go out there and wrestle a guy like T-Rex Turner. How messed up is that?
Well, Coach obviously thinks you can handle it.
Yeah, but he's not the one going out there, is he? Yeah. I'm sick of almost killing myself to fit in. I'm really sick of it.
You're sick of what? Aren't you the one that joined the wrestling team?
I was just trying to...
No. You joined the wrestling team to be just like everybody else. Well, I got some news for you, Jace. Everybody's afraid, man. Especially people your age. Trying to figure out who they are and where they're going and who they're gonna be. Man, it is absolutely terrifying. But see, what you gotta do, right, is you have to treat that fear like one of your opponents. You have to wrestle it to the ground and then you have to get on top of it. You get me?
Yeah.
During the regionals final round between the Huskies and the Cowboys again, John faces off against one of the Cowboys and wins. Vince then faces off against the next Cowboy. He wins. Then after the next round, the Cowboys score, and now it's down to Jason T-Rex.
Traveling for position. Looked for leg sweep and didn't get it. Still looking around. Jason then tries again with another leg sweep. Finally, it's there. And then the takedown. 2-point takedown for T-Rex. No change. After that, there's a counter.
All right, buddy.
Back up. And that's the end of the first period.
After getting pinned down by T-Rex, Jace manages to roll out but gets injured.
Yes, it's an injury call. An injury call has been taken.
I think he's
This
hurt.
could spell disaster for these Huskies.
Is he all right?
Remember, there's an injury time limit. That means that Newfield will have to answer the referee's call.
Pop out again? No, just hurts.
Can you go?
Yeah.
All right, 28 seconds left, Jace. You're in this thing. Now, he knows you're hurt there, so he'll probably attack it. Use it as bait. Leave it open, set up a lateral drop. But you can't get pinned. So if it doesn't work out, get back to your base, fat man's roll.
After the timeout, Jace manages to pin T-Rex, who wins, but the Huskies have the team win and are going to state.
Good job.
Phil Pavone then asks Jace if he's earned enough to have him do a story on him.
I guess.
Okay, listen, I'd like to get a little background first if it's okay with you. Talk to some of your teammates.
Sure, knock yourself out.
John, Phil Pavone from the Mountain Valley Times.
Yeah.
Hey, you've been wrestling for 4 years. What makes this season so different? Having a blind teammate.
Wait, who's blind?
Well, this guy right here, Jace Newfield.
Jace is blind? Are you serious? Oh, gosh, I hadn't even noticed. Hey, Malin, did you know that that Jace is blind?
No way.
Yeah, that's what this guy's trying to tell me.
Sounds like the dude better check his facts.
I hang out with the dude all the time, and it's never occurred to me that he's like that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Might want to go do some more research.
Later in the gym, Jace asks Mary Beth if she'd like to dance.
I'd love to. You know, I hear it's a lot like wrestling.
All you gotta do is feel the flow.
And that was Going to the Mat. My thoughts? It's really good. In the end, I give this film 4 stars out of 5. Well, that's it for Going to the Mat. Be sure to join next week when I'll be reviewing another Disney Channel original movie. This one about Debbie Ryan in an adaptation of the novel Shrinking Violet. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to tell your friends about me, leave some questions in the comments below, subscribe, and hit that like button.
To the mat we attack and we'll never let up. You better get up and take one for the team or we'll get fed up. It's one for all, the sun will shine for us. We'll run you over like a bus and we'll leave you in the dust to discuss just how hard we can hit. Surround you like a mosh pit, you think this is it? It's a headlock. Pile drive opponents to the mat like it's bedrock. You can't catch me, I move too fast and I proved it. Last time we had a meet, it ended in defeat for your team. Fatigue to the back when we start to attack. You retreat to the back when we step to the mat. You retreat to the back when we start to attack. You retreat to the back, now you're going to the mat. You're going to the mat.
Good job, Newfield. I'll see you at state.
I'll be there.
And that movie of yours, it won't work again.